Hello everyone, welcome back to Bioshock Infinite. It's been a really long time since I've recorded this game, so apologies if I'm a little weird and rusty. And also, Happy New Year, because today is January 1st of 2020. This wasn't my original plan for when I would be uploading this. I was hoping to record the audio for this one and upload it last Friday. So that I could do 13 through 15 this week, because I have not quite recorded up to the end of the game yet, but pretty close, and yeah, it's looking like it's probably going to be a 15 or 16 parter, either one of those. I don't know yet, depends on how I cut them together. But anyway, yeah, and then we are looking for the 3 hidden tears to find something about Lady Comstock and all the stuff that happened to her, and I don't remember this part of the game at all. I'm gonna be honest, this is the portion of the game where everything kind of falls apart and things get really fucking complicated, and it's a little easy for me to lose interest because I want to finish this game soon so that I can move on to the next thing that I want to LP, which I'm a little more excited to because it's a little more low-key. I guess I'll stop pussyfooting around it. It's Creature from the Krusty Krab, the next SpongeBob 3D game that I've been talking about doing for a long time. It was the second game most voted for, but behind this one. And also, if you missed it because I don't have enough subscribers, or I think, is it views or something? I don't know, but I don't get the community tab on the Timbo 2 channel yet, so I had to announce on my main channel that I had a sinus infection. It started on Christmas Eve, which fucking sucked, and then just slowly got worse, and now I've been getting better, and now I can talk. Which I couldn't do for a few days. I am, however, still coughing every once in a while, so I hope that I remember to edit them out. And, yeah, I, kind of forgot the point of this part of the game, but I've mostly already talked about it, and it will resolve itself soon. By the end of the video, you will, the game will happen, and you'll see what is going on. But I, don't remember what really happens here. I know, yeah, we're looking for answers about Lady Comstock. But again, I've already talked about what happens to her and, what her significance is related to Elizabeth, and how she is not actually Elizabeth's mother. And who is the mother of Elizabeth will be revealed in due time. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have much in the way. This is why I'm excited to start Creature from the Krusty Krab sooner rather than later, is because, there's a lot of very heady stuff to talk about in this game, and I'm trying to present this game's story with the level of, not respect, I don't know what word I'm going for, but I want to do justice to the, in sort of intensity and complexity of the plot of this game. And so I've been trying to keep my commentary, relatively thoughtful and, thought-provoking or whatever. And, talk about the themes and other stuff operating in the narrative of this game. But it's kind of hard to be in that state of mind for such a sustained amount of time, for hours and hours across a dozen videos. Especially when you're in these sections of the game where it's very padded feeling. Especially in a little bit, I really had to, in a few videos from now, I really had to resist the urge to not just speed up the footage of absolutely everything, because there are so many bits where, like, it's not very much that you actually are really accomplishing or doing, and you're mostly just running around and being told information, which is much of the last, quarter of this game, which is why I'm not crazy about it. The beginning and, first half of this game, I think, is really good and really interesting. But once you get more into this, quantum bullshit, in this section of the game, it's, a little... just, a lot of the thematic stuff stops really making sense, and yeah, why is her head vibrating like that? What the fuck?
I think she's her, but she's also partly me. I'm not even sure I understand it myself.
She's really racking her brain there.
The Archangel tells me that Columbia will only survive so long as my line sits the throne. Yet Lady Comstock produces no child. I have done what a man can do, yet there is no child. I've asked Lutess about the matter, but even she refuses to help.
No problem. There you go.
Yeah, I hope you liked fighting Lady Comstock's ghost the first 2 times, because we get to do it yet again. And this isn't even the only time we're going to do it in this video. And yeah, this is why, another reason why I kind of hate this section of the game, is because you have to fight this very annoying and very repetitive boss, and it's very easy to run out of ammo throughout the entire rest of the game. Up until the end, I'm pretty much, scrounging for ammo at all times, regardless of what gun I use. Because they really don't give you all that many vending machine stations in this section of the game to replenish. And the fact that your main thing is hitting Lady Comstock's ghost, and she alone takes 400 hits. But then you also have to hit all of her minions, who are, their regular enemies, who take the regular amount of effort and bullets. So, it's just kind of a pain in the ass. And it all feels very repetitive. But yeah, like I said earlier, there are a lot of bits in this part of the game where you're really not accomplishing all that much, actually. But it takes forever because you need to, there are 80 sections of having to fight 1 trillion enemies. Which, I guess I shouldn't complain about there being enemies in a video game, but it's just, it makes everything take forever in a part of the game where, especially if you're me and you know the story and all of the revelations, it's come the fuck on, can you just, go to the semi-interesting part and not have me spend an entire 25-minute video of just shooting people so that we can learn one piece of information that, like, just barely moves the story along. It's just very aggravating that way. And yeah, here we are, out of ammo on the one gun. That's how it goes. And I'm just getting my ass beat, and Elizabeth is completely fucking unhelpful, not giving me any health or anything. I have another thing to bitch about that does not have to do with the game. And it is, speaking of being health, is I had to enroll in my own health insurance plan for this year. I am not 26 yet, so I could still be on my parents' plan if I wanted to, but my parents live in Maryland and I live in Pennsylvania, and we found out like 2 months ago, when I went to get my flu shot, that insurance covers essentially nothing with me being out of state. So, it would just behoove me more to have my own, even though I hate dealing with insurance, and I hate the way that America's healthcare system works in general. And that makes it very hard to shop for and choose an insurance plan, because I know how easy it is for people to be fucking scammed even by nominally good-looking ones. So, but I enrolled in one. It doesn't sound awful, and the medical center is like 2 seconds away from my apartment, so that's nice. I tried to pick a PCP who had, that doctor was mentioned in a lot of the most positive reviews of the facility, was that, like, oh, this doctor was really helpful, blah blah blah. Didn't pull any shit, so we'll see. I mean, obviously, it's the kind of given you hope that you won't ever need it, but I do want it to be good if I do. And it would be nice if they covered teeth cleaning, so I don't have to go all the way home to go to the dentist to get my teeth cleaned. Even though I kind of prefer it, because I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but my dentist is actually related to me, so that certainly helps. And, he's done everything, all the dental procedures that I've ever had as a kid and everything, so I trust him, but he is in Maryland, and he's far away from even my parents' house in Maryland, so the other thing I've been dealing with is Adobe Premiere has been giving me shit the last couple weeks. I don't know if I've ever explicitly said this, but yeah, that's the editing software I use to make all my videos, is Adobe Premiere Pro, and I like it. I like the software itself. I think it's good. But, so my dilemma is, I had the, free student bundle of all of the Adobe programs for 4 years, because of my college. It was a perk that I got as a film student. And so that went until, obviously, when I graduated, which was last December 2018. And then after that, I've still, it's still hooked up to my college email, which I still use and everything. But I needed to renew it, so I did need to pay for it. But it was only like $50 for 18 months. And so I did that last January. So, you know, that's been fine. And then a couple weeks ago, literally the day before I left for Christmas, and I was just I had to hastily throw together my classic movie review of Christmas Vacation for my other channel, and Premiere was suddenly saying that my free trial had been expired, or that, you know, my whatever had been expired, and that I could start a free trial to do whatever. But it said that I could renew my subscription to Premiere for a month for $15, and I was like, okay, well, I really would prefer to not spend $15 a month on this, but this is the only program that I really use regularly right now, so I'm not gonna go, you know, do the however many a year for every single program right now, and also I need to use it right now, so I'm willing to put down $15 for a month, and then I'll figure it out later. So I did that, and I used it once, and whatever, and then I left for Christmas, and didn't use Premiere all that time, obviously. And then I came back, and yesterday I was trying to open Premiere back up, or maybe not yesterday, but the day before, and suddenly my thing had expired again, and it was prompting me to start a 14-day free trial, even though I had bought another month of the program. And we fucked around with this for a really long time, we being me and Liv, because I enlisted her help, and couldn't figure it out. Like, it still says that, so now I'm just logged into Liv's Adobe account. So I don't know what is up with that. I don't know why I renewed it for a month, and now it's just saying that that month is up, and I need to either buy a full thing or start a free trial, and it's big dog shit, and Adobe can suck my cock. That's how I'm feeling at the moment. So, but I mean, it's fine. Being logged into Liv's account works fine, but that's also going to go away at some point, so I am gonna have to deal with it, and I honestly will probably just pirate all of these fucking programs, because I don't want to pay $2,586.24 for Premiere.
Furthermore, the man is quite sterile. It's a lie. Come again, you little bastard! I want you out of my house!
Sterile.
They weren't my parents.
Then what were you to them?
Child that they decided to imprison. I don't understand.
I did not mean to do that.
Twins send us to find three truths. Were the tears somehow related through a kind of quantum field, or were they?
Elizabeth, I wanted you to understand her.
Who? You mean? Oh. All right, come on.
Alright, we're coming up on the last time that we're gonna fight this fucking ghost. And then we can move on.
He killed Lady Comstock.
What was I just gonna talk about? I don't know. We've been watching a lot of That's So Raven lately. I think we might be done with it, though, because we've watched every episode once. Although there are some episodes that are definitely not on there. And it's still fucking stupid that they don't have Corey in the house, the most important television show ever made. But, one thing that was very interesting was, there was an episode that I did remember, but I didn't think anything of it when I was a kid, but it was very strange, because it's the one where Raven and Corey are, given, like, guest spots on a famous sitcom. I think it's called, like, Happy Times. It's like a Happy Days parody kind of deal. And so, there's, like, and, like, Allison Stoner is the main girl on the show, and that girl who plays Agnes in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is her friend, and there's other people. And, like, it begins with Raven and Corey and all of them doing stuff, and they're in it intermittently, but it almost entirely centers on Alison Stoner, and, like, we go to her school, and she's, like, trying to be a normal kid while being in a fucking sitcom, and there's, like, a bitchy high school girl character who is like, you'll never be normal. It's actually really fucking stupid that you're rich in a TV show. And all this other bullshit. And we were just sitting there watching it like, this is such a strange That's So Raven episode. Raven's barely in it, and it's just about this fucking kid. And we found out that apparently they had just, like, used this, like, hijacked a Raven episode to make a test pilot for another show that they were gonna make that was gonna be about Alison Stoner being, like, a famous person living a double life or whatever. And if that sounds familiar, it's because the idea apparently people liked, but not with that particular cast and premise, and so it ultimately didn't end up getting made. I forget what it was going to be called, but that, you know, conceit for that sort of show, of like a double life, famous person, teenage girl show, became what ultimately would be Hannah Montana. So that was interesting. It was a test pilot for a Hannah Montana type show that never ended up getting made. And now I'm out of ammo, and this happens every single time I fight this woman, and I am sad. Also, whenever she gives me ammo, it never goes to my fucking machine gun, or the repeater, whatever. It always goes to the pistol, which does the least damage, and, like, I want both. I'm just gonna let you watch this, because I don't feel like talking. I'm an excellent Let's Player. I don't know. I don't want to cough anymore, and I don't really have anything to say. I'm just shooting a ghost for the 80th time, so.
Sorry, that's all I've got.
Got it.
Yeah, at this point I'm just trying to fast track it and only hit the ghost. I'm not trying to worry about the things too much because I have very limited ammo.
Take it.
Nice.
And I don't know what that, like, warbly, distorted singing voice is, but it's very strange and I don't like it. I am so surprised that I managed to kill her with that last blast of the vigor with no ammo left.
I owe you an apology. Comstock used me to bring you back, but I brought back a version of you from the reality that I had built up in my own head. He pretended to love you, like he pretended to love me. Child, I am not your husband's bastard. I am his victim. My days of victimhood are done. We must forgive each other. Because there's one far worse than you or I.
The prophet killed me.
Because you wouldn't keep his secret about me.
If that's so, then why am I alive?
Not in this world. Maybe this is you in another world where you never meet him.
Or where I saved him?
I don't know. Is that possible?
Find out, child. Find out.
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, there you have it. I don't have much to offer as an addendum to that. But yeah, I'm just gonna stay quiet for the rest of this. You know, there's some more stuff to encounter here. And yeah, next time we'll be going in that huge Comstock house.